Did you know that honey is often referred to as nature's liquid gold? Annually, American beekeepers harvest a colossal 139 million pounds of honey. This is enough to cover billions of pancakes with a sweet layer. But honey is more than just a delightful taste. It is a treasure trove of nutrients packed with hundreds of beneficial elements. So, how do these golden drops of sweetness come into being? The secret lies not only in the diligent work of millions of bees, but also in the dedication of beekeepers, modern harvesting and processing methods, and careful transportation that preserves the pure, natural taste of honey. Join us as we unveil the incredible journey of honey from vibrant flower fields to the sweet spoon on your table. Honeybees are nature's tiny warriors, possessing delicate wings but exhibiting incredible industriousness. These small laborers can fly at speeds exceeding 24 kilometers per hour, visit approximately 2,000 flowers daily, and tirelessly produce golden drops of honey. Each year, honey contributes over $175 million to the economy of the United States. When the time arrives, beekeepers commence their work, harvesting honey, a task that demands skill, patience, and meticulous attention to every detail. They start by carefully creating a thin stream of smoke, utilizing dry tree bark or other natural materials. This smoke is gently directed into the hive, prompting the bees to temporarily retreat in a natural and unobtrusive manner. The smoke helps to calm the bees, facilitating a smoother harvest and minimizing stress for the colony. The beekeeper then carefully removes frames filled with honey, glistening with golden sweetness, taking care not to damage the hive's structure. This allows the bees to continue their work without significant disruption. Using a soft brush, they gently sweep away any remaining bees from the combs, ensuring no harm comes to them. It is crucial to note that beekeepers never take all the honey. The colony is always left with a sufficient quantity to ensure its sustenance for surviving the harsh winter and preparing for the next season. After collection, these fragrant, honey-laden frames are carefully placed into specialized containers, ready for transport to a processing facility. There, they will undergo the final stages to become the pure, delicious honey we all cherish. Once the honey departs the farm, the full barrels are not merely transported by trucks. They are also delivered via specialized cargo aircraft. High in the sky, tons of honey fly over mountains and rivers, reaching processing plants in the shortest possible time, their freshness preserved through rapid transit. The honey bypasses risks associated with weather conditions, guaranteeing the highest quality by the time it arrives at consumers' doorsteps. Each flight is not just a transport of honey, it is the delivery of nature's sweet essence. Despite the advanced machinery for which the United States is renowned, nothing can replace human hands in the process of honey harvesting. Manual collection protects the delicate hive structure and ensures that honey is gathered at its most suitable stage of maturity, preserving its natural aroma and nutritional value. Experienced beekeepers closely monitor their bees, detecting any health issues early to maintain a sustainable ecosystem. This is not merely a job, it is an art form where every drop of honey is a result of craftsmanship, patience, and a profound love for nature. As the honey barrels leave the farm, they are transported to a specialized room at the plant where the temperature is meticulously maintained between 37 and 40 degrees Celsius. Here, the honey is not simply stored. It is gently warmed to reduce its viscosity and facilitate its flow. This process is carefully controlled, degree by degree, ensuring that the honey's natural aroma and valuable nutrients remain untouched. This is not mere heating, it is an artistry in honey processing, preserving nature's essence in every drop. Following their repose in the warm room, the honeycombs are moved to a decapping machine where a thin layer of beeswax is meticulously removed, revealing the path for the golden honey to emerge. High-speed rotating blades smoothly glide across the honeycomb frames, stripping away the thin wax capping without damaging the hive's structure. But this wax is not wasted. It is repurposed into beeswax candles, cosmetics, or even new combs, aiding the maintenance of nature's cycle. The honeycombs are now ready for extraction, the moment when pure golden honey finally leaves the hive through the magic of centrifugal force. The centrifuge spins at an incredibly high speed, generating a powerful force that rapidly draws the honey from the combs without damaging the delicate honeycomb structure. This enables beekeepers to reuse the frames, reducing material waste, protecting the environment, and optimizing production efficiency. But the process doesn't end here. The freshly extracted honey still contains microscopic impurities, such as wax particles and fine dust, so it immediately undergoes coarse filtration before proceeding to purification. This is not solely about removing impurities. Fine filtration ensures the honey's perfect clarity and smoothness. As the golden honey flows through specialized filters, even the tiniest wax particles are completely eliminated, guaranteeing the absolute purity of every single drop. After filtration, the honey is pumped into large storage tanks where it is gently mixed to ensure uniformity in taste and color, preparing it for the final processing stage. Now, the precious honey is finally ready for bottling, thanks to an automatic bottling machine that operates with absolute precision. Utilizing an advanced sensor system, every drop of honey is accurately measured, ensuring not a single drop is lost. This system can fill hundreds of bottles per minute, maximizing efficiency while preserving the honey in its optimal state. Immediately after bottling, the bottles move to the capping station, where each cap is securely sealed to protect the honey from air exposure and potential contamination. No bottle is complete without a label, its passport in the marketplace. An automatic labeling system ensures that each label is printed clearly and contains all necessary information. Once labeled, the bottles of honey are carefully packed into boxes, stacked into large shipments, and are ready for distribution worldwide. But honey is not the only star. Royal jelly, a highly prized and nutrient-rich substance, is even more valuable. What makes royal jelly so special? Stay with us to find out next. Royal jelly is the food that the queen bee consumes throughout her entire life. A large bee colony can consist of anywhere from 50,000 to 880,000 bees. Only the strongest bee, the queen, is entitled to reign. The queen's primary role is reproduction. She lays thousands of eggs daily during peak periods. The survival of the bee colony largely depends on the queen because, without her, the colony cannot thrive. Humans often believe that royal jelly is a product secreted by the queen bee, but this is not the case. Royal jelly is produced by the hard-working worker bees. It is an exclusive food for the queen and her larvae. Farmers intervene in the bee colony to temporarily remove the queen and place larvae into artificial cells, deceiving the worker bees into thinking they are nurturing a future queen, thus prompting them to produce royal jelly. The season for royal jelly production typically spans from spring to late summer, when flowers are in bloom and the bees have ample food. During this time, worker bees can be active and regularly produce royal jelly. Beekeepers prepare artificial hives, special structures designed to replace natural beehives for easier royal jelly collection. Each artificial hive typically includes a frame with several small cells, known as cups. These cells mimic the natural cells within a hive where the queen lays her eggs and raises her young. The process begins with selecting larvae less than 3 days old from a natural hive. These larvae are then transferred into cups within an artificial hive. Worker bees then start producing royal jelly and feeding these larvae as if preparing for the arrival of a new queen. To enhance efficiency, beekeepers may employ additional methods, such as incorporating beeswax sheets or safe synthetic materials to form the cups. These artificial cells must be positioned to provide optimal space for worker bees to operate and produce royal jelly. Typically, each cell is placed approximately 1 centimeter apart. Usually, only one larva is placed in each artificial cell to ensure that worker bees dedicate all their resources to caring for that single larva with royal jelly. Approximately 10 to 20 worker bees directly attend to each larva, secreting royal jelly for it throughout the nursing process. In addition to producing royal jelly, worker bees also perform the essential task of nectar collection. On average, worker bees can work for 10 to 12 hours a day. Worker bees often fly within a radius of 1.5 to 3 kilometers from their hive to collect nectar and pollen. The division of labor among worker bees in a hive is highly flexible, with different bees engaging in tasks such as collecting pollen, nectar, tending to the hive, and secreting royal jelly. This ensures that each larva receives an abundant and high-quality quantity of royal jelly. Approximately 3 days after worker bees begin feeding the larvae, the royal jelly is ready for collection, having reached its peak quality. If left for too long, worker bees will cease secreting royal jelly, and the larvae will begin developing into queens or adult bees. Beekeepers then extract the artificial hives from the main hive. Using specialized tools, they carefully separate the larvae from each cell. These larvae are typically not used in the production of royal jelly. The primary objective is to collect the jelly. Royal jelly is harvested directly from the cells using small instruments, often tweezers. Beekeepers must handle the jelly delicately to avoid contamination or damage. Royal jelly is a slightly thick liquid, ranging in color from white to pale yellow, depending on the quality of the bee colony. Each artificial cell usually contains 1 to 2 grams of royal jelly. However, during large-scale harvesting from hundreds or thousands of cells, the amount of royal jelly collected can be substantial. A single artificial hive can be reused 10 to 15 times in a single season. Each cycle involves removing old larvae and inserting new ones. After collection, royal jelly must be immediately preserved in cool conditions, refrigerated or frozen to maintain its quality during transport to the processing facility. After collection, royal jelly must be stored under strictly controlled conditions to ensure quality. Royal jelly is highly sensitive to light and high temperatures. It oxidizes, loses its color, and degrades in quality. Therefore, it must be stored in opaque or dark-colored jars or containers to avoid direct light exposure. Refrigeration is the most common preservation method. Royal jelly should be stored at temperatures between 0 and 5 degrees Celsius in a refrigerator. At this temperature, royal jelly can maintain its quality for approximately 6 months. Freezing can further extend its shelf life. Royal jelly can be frozen at temperatures between -18 and -20 degrees Celsius. When stored in a freezer, royal jelly can maintain its quality for 1 to 2 years without degradation. Before use, it can be slowly thawed in the refrigerator to preserve its nutrients. At the royal jelly production facility, stringent quality checks are conducted. Samples are tested for color, taste, purity, as well as physicochemical indicators such as moisture content, protein, and nutrient levels. Microbiological testing is also crucial to ensure the absence of contaminants in the royal jelly. Collected royal jelly may contain impurities like beeswax, fine debris from the hive, or other contaminants. To remove these, it is filtered through specialized filters. After coarse filtration, the royal jelly undergoes purification. This may involve further deep filtration processes to achieve the highest purity, removing all impurities and harmful microorganisms. In some cases, royal jelly may undergo low-temperature pasteurization to eliminate bacteria without losing vital nutrients. However, this process must be carefully controlled, as high temperatures can damage the nutrients in royal jelly. After filtration and purification, royal jelly is packaged into sterile plastic or glass containers. These containers must be vacuum-sealed or airtight to prevent oxidation and preserve the royal jelly in its optimal state. In addition to direct packaging, royal jelly is also processed into tablets and dietary supplements. First, the royal jelly is evenly distributed across large trays, then placed in a freezer at -20 degrees Celsius for 12 hours. Afterward, the royal jelly freezes into large chunks. The chunks of royal jelly are then placed into a grinder, which pulverizes them into a powder. The royal jelly powder is then put into a tablet press to form tablets. These tablets are packaged into glass bottles containing 100 tablets each. Thousands of bottles of royal jelly tablets were packed with attractive labels and then placed into large boxes, ready for export to consumers worldwide. 814 billion pounds is a staggering number, but it's also the amount of cranberries harvested by American farmers in 2024. Today, join me as we dive into the fascinating journey of this small, yet mighty berry. From the vibrant red bogs of the United States, where ripe cranberries are harvested in a unique way, to state-of-the-art processing plants, where they are transformed into juice, jam, and frozen cranberries. We'll explore how farmers meticulously nurture each cranberry plant, employ thoughtful water harvesting techniques to maximize efficiency, and utilize advanced technologies to ensure the outstanding quality and nutritional value of every product. So, lace up your wader boots, and let's wade into the colorful world of cranberries. Cranberries are a unique gift of nature to North America. These vibrant berries thrive in moist regions with cool climates, and when it comes to cranberry cultivation, one cannot overlook Wisconsin, Massachusetts, and New Jersey, the golden states of this berry. Wisconsin in particular is considered the cranberry capital due to its fertile soil and abundant water resources. Now, do you think cranberries grow underwater? This is a fun misconception. In reality, these berries are cultivated in soft, sandy fields and are flooded with water only during harvest. When the time comes, the sight of bogs covered in floating red berries is a truly breathtaking spectacle, captivating anyone fortunate enough to witness it. The cranberry harvest season arrives as autumn, embracing the United States, paints the fields in vivid, rich shades of red. This marks the most intense period of the year for farmers. The unique process of harvesting this berry is a magnificent blend of nature and technology, creating a spectacle as beautiful as it is efficient. To begin the harvest, the bogs where cranberries grow are flooded with water to a depth of 12 to 18 inches. The reason for this is the natural air pockets within the berries. Because of these, ripe cranberries float to the surface, making them significantly easier to collect. Typically, cranberries are soaked in water for 12 to 24 hours before harvesting operations commence. Next, a specially designed harvesting machine, equipped with gently rotating elements, enters the flooded bog. The machine carefully loosens the bushes, causing the ripe berries to detach and float to the surface. This method is gentle on the plants and ensures the berries remain fresh and undamaged. To more effectively raise the cranberries to the surface, water agitators or paddles are often used, creating gentle waves that help release berries still held on the branches. The bright red berries then form a striking layer on the water's surface, greatly simplifying their collection. This innovative process not only enhances efficiency, but also minimizes loss, ensuring a consistently high-quality harvest. When the cranberries cover the water's surface, farmers use large floating booms to gather them into smaller areas. These booms act like giant necklaces, corralling millions of berries into manageable clusters and preventing them from being carried away by currents. The sight of orange booms curving through the bright red water under the soft autumn sun is truly a living work of art. Meanwhile, farmers, clad in waterproof suits, carefully step into the cool, ankle-deep water to manually guide the berries using lightweight wooden or plastic rakes. They gently nudge any stray berries towards the booms, ensuring no berry is left behind. To aid this process, high-pressure water jets are sometimes employed to gently spray the bushes, washing out any berries that might still be clinging to the plants. This ensures even the most stubborn berries float to the surface, making for a maximally thorough harvest. Once the cranberries are gathered, a system of vacuum pumps comes into play. The berries are suctioned through large pipes and transferred directly into waiting trucks. This system operates swiftly, while also ensuring the berries are not damaged. Additionally, a sloped conveyor is often used to move cranberries from the vacuum pump directly into the storage compartments of the trucks. There is also a high-pressure water spray system that helps remove debris and impurities from the berries right in the fields. These fully loaded trucks head directly to nearby processing facilities where the next stage of cranberry preparation begins. This is a wet harvesting method, combining tradition and modern technology, making cranberry cultivation an efficient and beautiful process. This seamless integration not only preserves the quality of the berries, but also highlights the innovation and dedication behind this intricate process. On some other farms, still using the wet harvesting method, a slightly different type of machine is employed. This machine combines a water agitator, a conveyor belt, and a high-pressure spray system. It gently churns the water to dislodge ripe cranberries from the branches. The cranberries are then channeled through the spray system and into floating wooden crates positioned directly alongside the machine. From there, farmers transport these crates to a collection area where the cranberries are prepared for shipment to processing plants. In addition to wet harvesting, cranberries are also gathered using a dry method. This technique is employed by smaller farms. Farmers utilize specialized mechanical harvesters, often equipped with comb-like teeth or perhaps rakes, to gently strip the fruit from the vine while keeping the plant undamaged. These machines carefully transfer the cranberries into collection bins, ensuring minimal damage and preserving their freshness. There is also a machine similar to the one used for wet harvesting. Following collection, cranberries can be packaged fresh, frozen, dried, or made into jelly. First, we will explore the cranberry packaging facility. After harvesting, cranberries are transported to processing facilities for thorough post-harvest treatment. The process begins with a cleaning stage, where the berries are rinsed with high-pressure water streams to remove debris such as leaves, twigs, and soil. The cranberries are then sent to a sorting system that uses advanced optical sensors or laser scanners to separate high-quality berries from damaged or underdeveloped ones. The selected cranberries undergo quality checks to ensure they meet standards for size, color, and firmness. Finally, the berries are either packed fresh in vented bags or crates with clear expiry date and manufacturer information and are ready for shipment to supermarkets. Additionally, cranberries are packed in large wooden crates for warehouse storage. Now let's move on to the processing of dried cranberries. The cranberry drying process begins with carefully selected fresh berries that are thoroughly washed and sorted to remove any debris or damaged fruit. The cranberries are then lightly scored or punctured, allowing moisture to escape more easily during the drying phase. Next, they are placed in large temperature-controlled drying chambers, where warm air circulates to uniformly dehydrate the berries without overheating or damaging them. This process typically takes several hours, ensuring that the cranberries retain their rich color, flavor, and nutritional value. After being dried to the desired moisture content, they are lightly coated with a small amount of sugar or oil to enhance their taste and prevent clumping. Finally, the dried cranberries are packaged in airtight containers to preserve their freshness and are ready for distribution for use in snacks, baked goods, or other culinary creations. Next, let us examine the cranberry drying process at another factory. Following this is the cranberry freezing process. The cleaned cranberries are then rapidly chilled using a method called flash freezing, where the berries are exposed to extremely low temperatures, typically around -40 degrees Fahrenheit. This technique ensures the berries freeze quickly, preserving their natural texture, flavor, and nutritional content without the formation of large ice crystals. Once frozen, the cranberries are moved to temperature-controlled storage facilities, set at consistent freezing temperatures to maintain quality. After the berries are completely frozen, they are packaged into resealable, freezer-safe bags or containers to prevent frost formation and moisture loss. Cranberries are also transformed into a smooth, tart jelly. The cooked mixture is pureed to remove skins and seeds, leaving a ruby red liquid that is poured into sterilized jars or containers by automated filling lines. The containers are then vacuum sealed, cooled, labeled, and packed, ensuring freshness and quality for every festive table. Additionally, cranberries are made into juice. The cranberry juice bottling line is a streamlined process where the fresh juice is pre-pasteurized to ensure safety and preserve its fresh taste. The bottles then travel along a conveyor belt for labeling and packaging, ready to bring the cranberry flavor to everyone. The process of harvesting and processing cranberries is fascinating, but have you ever wondered how American farmers managed to grow over 814 billion of these tiny red jewels? Let's delve into the journey that begins with the soil, the foundation of every cranberry wonder. In regions with cold winters, planting cranberry trees begins as soon as the frost melts and the soil is dry enough to work. First, farmers spread a layer of sand over the bogs. Farmers spread sand across cranberry bogs. To enhance growing conditions and ensure robust plant development, this layer of sand rejuvenates the cranberry plants by covering and shielding the rhizomes, fostering the growth of new roots and improving plant resilience. Furthermore, the sand aids in managing weeds and pests by creating a natural barrier that deters their proliferation. Once the soil is prepared, cranberry cuttings are planted in rows or evenly distributed across the bog, and then gently pressed into the soil for establishment. Following planting, ensuring adequate watering is crucial, hence a network of irrigation canals and drainage systems is installed to maintain consistent moisture levels. Over the subsequent years, the young shoots are meticulously nurtured through precise watering, fertilization, and weed control until they form a dense, productive carpet of plants ready for harvest. Each year, cranberries typically blossom in late spring or early summer, and their pollination often relies on the assistance of bees, leading farmers to keep beehives near cranberry bogs. This symbiotic relationship between bees and cranberry plants not only offers economic benefits but also plays a vital role in preserving the natural ecosystem. Modern technologies have transformed the entire agricultural landscape of the United States, with even the harvesting and processing of forage crops for animal feed being handled by machines. In the United States, 8.2 million acres are dedicated to growing forage crops, including alfalfa and corn. With such a vast expanse devoted to forage, it is remarkable to witness how advanced machinery and innovative methods play a crucial role in converting these plants into essential resources for livestock. Join us as we explore the extensive fields where these crops are harvested using cutting-edge technology and trace the path through the meticulous ensiling and processing methods that transform them into nutritious feed ready to sustain the livestock industry. Alfalfa, known as the queen of forages, is prized for its exceptional nutritional profile, particularly its high protein and fiber content, which are vital for livestock. Alfalfa is typically harvested 3 to 4 times a year when the plant is in its pre-bloom stage, as this is when its protein levels are at their peak. The harvesting process for alfalfa is swift and efficient, thanks to advanced machinery that not only cuts the crop, but also integrates a suction system to collect and transport the fresh alfalfa directly into attached collection hoppers. Once harvested, the fresh alfalfa is immediately transported to the animal holding area, where it is fed directly to the livestock without any further processing steps. This method not only saves time, but also ensures a high-protein, high-fiber feed that contributes to animal health and enhances productivity. It is an efficient solution for large-scale farms that require a consistent supply of fresh feed daily. In addition to harvesting alfalfa for fresh feed, it is also collected for silage production. This process beautifully exemplifies the seamless integration of advanced technology and large-scale agriculture. Specialized mowers are deployed across the fields, cleanly cutting the lush alfalfa stalks and laying them in neat rows with fully automated control. These machines ensure precise and uniform cutting of each row, setting the stage for subsequent collection stages. In fields where small rows of alfalfa have already been formed, high-tech forage harvesters move along the rows, consolidating multiple smaller rows into larger, more compact ones. This process not only optimizes field space, but also makes the collection process quicker and more efficient. These advanced harvesting machines are designed to operate smoothly across vast fields, ensuring the forage is densely packed and its freshness and nutritional value are preserved. Next, specialized vacuum and processing machines come into play, performing the final stages of treatment. These machines utilize powerful suction to collect all the forage from the large rows simultaneously, chopping it in place. The chopped forage is then transported via an automated conveyor system and loaded directly into large collection hoppers attached to trucks. These trucks continuously ferry the chopped forage to designated silage sites where it is stored and preserved for livestock consumption. This fully automated process not only ensures high efficiency but also preserves the quality of the alfalfa, providing a nutrient-rich feed source for large-scale farms across the United States. Every stage of the operation is meticulously optimized for accuracy, speed, and sustainability, supporting the demands of modern agriculture. The massive piles of alfalfa silage, collected by trucks, are concentrated in designated silage zones with leveled surfaces and proper drainage systems. After the alfalfa is gathered into large piles, farmers utilize heavy-duty roller tractors or specialized equipment to compact each layer densely. This compaction process eliminates any air pockets between layers, minimizing the risk of spoilage during fermentation. The piles are then sealed with special plastic coverings, secured by sandbags or heavy weights to ensure an airtight seal. This step prevents air intrusion and creates an ideal anaerobic environment, allowing natural lactic acid bacteria to effectively ferment the forage. Consequently, the silage retains its nutritional quality and can be stored for extended periods without deterioration. When it is time to utilize the silage, farmers employ specialized chopping machines to cut manageable blocks from the silage layers or use vacuum equipment to extract the required amount. The silage is then transferred to an automated feed mixer, where it is combined with other nutritious ingredients, such as grains or minerals, to create a balanced feed ration for the livestock. Once blended, this nutrient-dense feed is delivered directly to the farm's feeding troughs, ensuring that the cattle receive a complete and optimized diet. Alfalfa silage is a high-protein, high-energy feed that is highly beneficial for livestock, particularly for dairy and beef cattle. In addition to collecting alfalfa into large piles, American farmers also employ the silage preservation method of compacting forage into large bales and sealing them with specialized plastic film. After the forage is harvested and chopped, modern balers collect it from the field, compressing it tightly into uniform bales. These bales are then immediately wrapped in multiple layers of plastic film. This wrapping is not only waterproof and airtight, but also durable enough to protect the bales during transportation or outdoor storage. This method is highly efficient, especially for farms that need to transport their feed over long distances. After a fermentation period of 4 weeks, the forage inside the bales becomes soft, retains its full nutritional value, and develops a slightly fermented, acidic aroma that is highly appealing to livestock. On farms, specialized bale choppers are used to remove the plastic wrap, chop the forage, and deposit it into a mixer. The mixer then blends the alfalfa with nutrients and then dispenses it directly into a feed trough for the livestock. On some other farms, this feeding process is fully automated, with high-tech equipment efficiently and seamlessly carrying out each step. An overhead conveyor feeding system for dairy cows is a modern technology that optimizes feed distribution with speed and precision. It is pre-prepared in a central processing area and loaded onto the conveyor through an automatic feeding system. The conveyor travels down the aisle above the cow's stalls, stopping at each section to release a precisely measured portion of feed into the trough in front of each cow. In addition to alfalfa, corn silage also stands out as an excellent choice for livestock. The process of harvesting corn for silage in the United States is a precise operation, focusing on maximizing its nutritional value for cattle. Farmers harvest corn at its ideal stage, typically when the kernels are at the milk stage and the moisture content is around 65%. Forage harvesters are employed to chop the entire corn plant into small, uniform pieces. Corn silage is incredibly popular among American dairy and beef farmers due to its high energy content, cost-effectiveness, and ability to provide consistent feed throughout the year. Its versatility and efficient storage methods make it a cornerstone of livestock farming, particularly in states like Wisconsin, Iowa, and California. As a reliable feed source, corn silage supports the large-scale milk and meat production that drives the U.S. agricultural economy. Its widespread use highlights the importance of advanced farming techniques and efficient feed management in modern American agriculture. The cost of forage harvesters used for corn silage can vary significantly based on brand, size, and features. Entry-level models, typically suitable for smaller farms, can range from $100,000 to $150,000, offering basic chopping and loading capabilities. Many farmers offset these costs by renting equipment or opting for used machines, which can be a more affordable alternative without compromising productivity. Similar to alfalfa, corn is finely chopped directly in the field and then transported to designated silage-making sites. At these facilities, the chopped corn is piled into large mounds on flat concrete surfaces. As each layer of chopped corn is added to the mound, heavy roller tractors move back and forth to densely compact the material. This compaction process is crucial as it removes any air pockets within the corn mound, creating an ideal anaerobic environment for lactic acid bacteria to thrive. Once the corn mound reaches its desired size, the entire surface is sealed with a specialized plastic sheeting. This covering is securely fastened with sandbags or other heavy weights to prevent air and water from entering the silage for fermentation.